What's going on guys, WingsOfEnd here and welcome back to another Redstone tutorial, and today guys I'm gonna be showing you how to make this really cool and simple 4x4 door in Minecraft Bedrock edition. If you guys are excited for that, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe if you're new, and without further ado, let's get right into today's video. So this is the opening and the closing of the actual door, and I think it turned out really nicely. This is definitely something different from just a flat 4x4 door. One thing is, when you actually open this door, you're going to be left with one block gap in the floor and the ceiling, but pretty much if you're sprinting, most of the time you're gonna be able to just go over here without even jumping, and the redstone for this is actually really simple. All we're doing is having two of the double piston extenders at the bottom and two of them at the top. We just connected redstone right over here, that way we can actually keep it in that general 4x4 area. One thing that's actually weird about this door is that the redstone that's connecting the bottom and the top half does have to kinda go a little bit out of the door, but the double piston extenders fit in that 4x4 area, and I think it turned out really nicely. You can see this is the redstone for the bottom, and at the top we just pretty much flipped it down, because obviously this double piston extender has to go upside down. But you can see the redstone for this is really simple, and I'm going to show you how to make it right now. So the blocks we're going to need for this are some block for choice for the redstone and for the door. You're going to need some removable blocks. In my case, I'm gonna be using light blue glazed terracotta. Of course, you can use obsidian, leaves, melons, or pumpkins. Another thing we're going to need is some sticky pistons, some slime blocks, and some honey blocks, redstone repeaters, redstone, one lever to actually activate our door. We're going to need a slab of your choice and pretty much a block of your choice for the door. In the tutorials I like to use iron blocks, but you can use pretty much any block that you want. To start off, we are going to place a block of your choice on the ground, ink out 2 blocks and place another one, leaving 2 block gap between them. This is where our double piston extenders are going to go, so place 2 of the sticky pistons right on top of them like so. Then go behind and grab a set of the redstone repeaters, place them pointing into those blocks underneath the first sticky piston and make sure they're on max tick delay, just like so. Then go ahead, grab a set of the actual light blue glazed terracotta or any other removable block. You can use obsidian, glazed terracotta, leaves, pumpkins or melons, and just place them over here in the middle, next to the top 2 sticky pistons. Then grab a set of some block of your choice, and we're going to make a 2x3 platform over here for the redstone. And we're going to have 2 blocks on either side over here, that way we can connect both of these sticky pistons with the redstone dust. And since we have a repeater on max tick delay for the bottom one, we need to double that with 2 repeaters on max tick delay for the top ones. So just go ahead and click them all 3 times, just like so, and we're almost done with the bottom half. What we have to do is actually power the block that's gonna be above of the actual sticky piston, so we're going to put a glazed terracotta over here on the top. That way when the honey blocks and slime blocks actually meet, over here they're not going to pull them with them. Then go ahead, grab a step some block for choice and go over here underneath the piston, and where the actual redstone meets you want to have a slab and do the same on the other side, just like so. Then grab a step the redstone dust and just lead it to those blocks and we are pretty much done. You can place a lever over here just to test out if you're going to get the double piston extension and the double piston retraction, just like so. Just go ahead, keep it activated, and on one side we're going to have 2 of the slime blocks, and on the other side we're going to have 2 honey blocks, just like so. This is where you want to grab a block of your choice that you want to use for the door, place 2 of them on top of the actual slime blocks and the honey blocks, and 2 of them on the front. Then just go ahead and flip that upside down, just like so, and we're going to need another row of the iron blocks over here, and this is going to be the outline of our 4x4 door. Now what we have to do is go to the top, and we're pretty much going to do the same thing, just flip it upside down. We're going to have 2 of the honey blocks and 2 of the slime blocks, and over here from the end we're going to count 5 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. After that we're going to destroy the first one because we are pretty much making an upside down double piston extender, and we're dealing with the double piston extenders. You need to make sure that you have a 2 block gap between the actual sticky piston and the block that it's actually trying to pull. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Go ahead, destroy the first 4 and place 2 of the sticky pistons pointing downwards, making sure that you have that 2 block gap in between them. Now all we have to do is flip this redstone around for the top portion, meaning that these blocks over here are gonna be at the top and these ones are going to be at the bottom. So what we are going to do is grab ourselves some block of our choice and place them on top of the sticky pistons. Then grab some more blocks of your choice and build a 3-block area behind it, just like so. Since this is the actual bottom piston this time, we are going to need a repeater on max tick delay going into it. Then grab yourself some light blue glazed terracotta or any other removable block that you're using. Again, it can be obsidian, glazed terracotta, leaves, melons or pumpkins, and place them over here in the middle between the bottom actual 2 sticky pistons. Then we're going to need a couple more of them right over here. And this is where you just kinda need to extend the platform, since we need to double what we have at the bottom or at the top in this case. So we're going to have 2 repeaters on max tick delay. And the reason you actually need 4 of the glazed terracotta over here is because when the sticky pistons actually pull up the honey blocks and the slime blocks, they're going to meet over here, and you don't want to have this immovable block because it's just going to destroy the actual redstone. But after this, what you want to do is just go down over here and place a slab over here underneath the 3rd block, and you can pretty much destroy it. Do the same on the other side, just like this, and we can pretty much carry the redstone down just like so and meet it with the top part over here. After that, the last thing we need to do is actually power the block that's gonna be over here. Once the first piston actually pushes this one, you can see it's going to reach this block, and we need to make sure that it's actually powered. So we're just going to have again a glazed terracotta over there because the honey blocks and the slime blocks are gonna be in touch with it once the door actually opens. So we're just going to carry a couple blocks over here and carry 2 pieces of the redstone going into that glazed terracotta. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So glazed terracotta over here and 2 blocks over here downwards. That way we can carry the redstone to it, just like so. We are pretty much done as far as the redstone actually goes. Now we just need to connect both sides over here, but before we do that, we're going to make a little tunnel and a platform over here in the front for us to actually stand on. So what we're going to do is pretty much make sure that we're going to cover up all of the floor over here, making sure that we're not going to be able to see any of the redstone. We're just going to carry this glazed terracotta or any other block. Make sure that this part over here is going to be immovable block again because they're going to be touching it. You can just extend this like 4 blocks to cover up all of the redstone. And then we're just going to create a little tunnel over here, just like this. One thing you can do is to actually keep the pattern is destroy these blocks over here and just replace them with the actual block that you're using for the floor and the ceiling and put the redstone back on. Let's just go ahead and do that for the other side as well. Of course, you can make this tunnel go as far as you want using any block that you want. You just need to make sure that the honey blocks and the slime blocks are not going to be touching any of the movable blocks. You're just going to cover up this side over here, just like so. We can pretty much grab a safety block of our choice and make a little platform for us to stand on like there and cover up the actual door. After you have made the little platform and covered up all of the redstone, what you need to do is decide where you want to have your lever. I'm just going to put it over here a couple blocks in the actual front, and what we're going to do is go underneath the actual lever and we're going to build a couple of the blocks upwards, making sure that we're going to be able to actually power up the redstone just like this. Then go ahead, grab yourself some more blocks of your choice and pretty much make a little staircase going downwards just like this. And what we want to do is actually go all the way to this little block where we're going to have a repeater, since we need another one to extend the signal. That way both of the actual double piston extender sets can activate in the same time. So what we're going to do is pretty much maybe even move this staircase if you want on this side. It doesn't really matter since we are pretty much going to be extending the signal of the redstone with the repeaters. But what you can do is just go all the way over here to the end, making sure that you're going to reach this repeater. And this is where we're going to have a little block. Then we're going to have 2 blocks over here and another one going upwards just like so. Go ahead, just carry the redstone over, and this is where we're going to need a repeater to extend the signal to the top side. Place a piece of redstone at the top, and we're just going to have a couple of the temporary blocks right over here. That way we can make a little staircase using some slabs to carry the redstone over. Make sure that you're actually placing the slabs on the top half of the block, otherwise you're not going to be able to actually place the redstone on top of them. Just place them over here and go all the way up, meeting over here. You're going to see that we actually connected the whole door. Now if we actually go over here behind and destroy that temporary lever that we put in while we are making the door, you're going to see that our door is actually going to be open halfway. And if you actually click the lever, you can see that the redstone is going to connect all the way to the top and the bottom, which means if you go over here and press our little lever, the door is going to open. We can just patch any holes. You're going to see when you open the door that we're going to have some gaps over here. So just grab yourself the block of choice that you use for the actual door and just kind of fill in the gaps, and we are pretty much done as far as the redstone door goes. If you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe if you are new. If you think any of your friends would enjoy this type of content, make sure to share with them. But as always, I really hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, take care, have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.